The story of Joseph is a powerful reminder to stay faithful to God. There lived a man named Joseph. He was a handsome and virtuous man who had been sold into slavery by his own jealous brothers. But despite his circumstances, Joseph remained faithful to God and held on to his unwavering integrity. Joseph's owner, Potiphar, was a wealthy and influential man in Egypt. He recognized Joseph's abilities and put him in charge of his household. Joseph worked diligently and with great wisdom, and Potiphar soon trusted him with everything he owned. Now Potiphar's wife was a woman of great beauty, but she was also a woman of deceit and temptation. Day after day she tried to seduce Joseph, but he resisted her advances, for he knew that it was not right to betray his master and sin against God. One day, when no one else was around, Potiphar's wife grabbed hold of Joseph and demanded that he lie with her. Joseph, filled with moral strength, refused her once again and fled from her presence, leaving his cloak behind. Filled with anger and shame, Potiphar's wife concocted a wicked plan to take revenge on Joseph. She falsely accused him of trying to assault her and presented his abandoned cloak as evidence. Upon hearing his wife's fabricated story, Potiphar was enraged and had Joseph thrown into prison. But even in the depths of prison, Joseph did not lose hope or abandon his faith in God. He continued to serve faithfully, using his God-given gift of interpreting dreams to bring comfort and guidance to his fellow prisoners. One day, Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, had a troubling dream that none of his advisors could interpret. Word reached the prison about Joseph's gift, and he was summoned to appear before Pharaoh. With God's help, Joseph successfully interpreted Pharaoh's dream, predicting 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of severe famine. Impressed by Joseph's wisdom, Pharaoh appointed him as the second in command, overseeing the preparation and distribution of food during the years of plenty and famine. Joseph's leadership and foresight saved the people of Egypt and surrounding lands from starvation. Through his rise to power, Joseph reconciled with his brothers, who had come to Egypt seeking food during the famine. He forgave them for their betrayal. The story reminds us to stay faithful to God's commands, even in challenging circumstances, and trust that God can turn the most difficult situations into blessings. This is the end of this episode. Follow for more.